What is up, everybody? This is Random Sparks, and we are back in Farming Simulator 15. Once again, we are on the Made in Germany map, American Edition, and where we left off, we were in the midst of our oat harvest, and I keep hitting my microphone cable there. That is not good. Things can get unplugged if that persists. Alright. Sorry about that. Where we left off, we are in the midst of our oat harvest, and we laid down some straw swaths. So in this episode, we are going to be taking care of that and baling all of it up into squares. So we're going to go ahead and hook up to our case LB334. That is the right number, isn't it? LB334. Awesome. Normally, I think I've been using my one of my magnums for doing the baling. However, those are currently hooked on to our grain carts, so I'd rather just keep them on there rather than unhooking it just for baling. So yeah, we're gonna be using our T8 here and the LB334. So I did get our headers washed and put away. Since we're done with those, we'll be moving on to the corn headers now, since all we have left is corn and beets. And then the beets, we have just one harvester but two foliage cutters. So I'm thinking I will have one foliage cutter directly in front of the harvester for the first field, and then while that's going on, I'll have the second foliage cutter in a... Well, actually I wouldn't have to do that this season because we only have one beet field. So I'll probably only be using one foliage cutter this time around, but next time when we have multiple fields of beets, we'll have one cutter in one field and then one in another, just to speed things up a little bit. Alright, I have to unfold this dang thing. Alright. And this is not down, is it? So let's see how this handles oat straw. Hopefully it outputs as wheat straw, because that's what it's supposed to do, wheat or barley straw. It should all come out the same, but geez, you never know with this thing. Considering our alfalfa came out as straw, you almost think that, oh hey, this straw is going to be coming out as grass. It looks like we're doing alright there. Alright, yep, we are coming out of straw, it looks like. Just gonna walk around there and just make sure everything's alright. Straw, 13% humidity, 4,000 for the amount, and we are A+ quality. Moisture, well, you'd think it'd be a little higher considering we just got out of a fog and we're still kind of in one. Oh well. Let's continue. So yeah, I was probably gonna wait till after harvest to do that, but I thought, you know what? I think I just had 3 harvest videos in a row. We should get a little variety in there. Okay, that thing just flipped, didn't it? Oh, okay, it did a little, but it did end up on the right side. So yeah, it would probably not be good having, what, 6 or 7, 8 harvest videos in a row, and then switching to something else. Oh, you missed a little bit there. Swath got a little wide. Yeah, I'll have to go back and get those little patches. I don't like leaving them. For whatever reason, it just one of those things that bugs me when you have those little bits laying around. OCD kicks in a little bit. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but there's probably people out there that think that's a little crazy. Oh, and yep, there's our weeds. Didn't quite knock those out, apparently. yeah, one of the reason these the reason these straw swaths came out jagged is because we're not going straight north, south, east, or west. Because that's how it works in game. Those chunks, if you want to call them that, the chunks are meant to line up north, south, east, or west. But since we're going at this weird angle here, we're like what, 97 or 100 degrees, between 95 and 105 degrees. It's not going to look too pretty, and that can make it wider in some parts and skinnier in some parts. So that's kind of why I was missing the little bits up at the north end there, and why I'll probably be missing more little patches in the future here. So how many straw have we got thus far? We have 7 bales out, I think. We'll double check when we drop one here. I think that's what I'm looking at, that bale counter there. I'm looking at the right thing. Yep, that was our bale counter. I was like, what? I don't know what else it could be, but for all I know, I could have had some other heads-up display mod installed, giving me some other number. So yeah, that is our bale amount. And so far, we've had 568. Actually, it's been a little more than that because we did have that New Holland baler for one tiny field. But yeah, 569 now, grass and straw bales combined. I should really reset that. Mind you, we do have the number on the left, which is per session. So I mean, that's always good to have. And you know, I really do want to keep track of these numbers, just to see if there's any variations from cutting to cutting. And then just to see how much we have altogether for feeding purposes and selling as well. Alright, so now we shall be moving on to the back and forth rows once we finish up this end row here. And we will be golden. I will say the oats and their straw swaths, they're like seriously orange in comparison to like wheat or barley. Like, I was rewatching a video, and I think it might just be the encoder, like the encoding, or maybe how I render them, I don't know. But they seem to come out rather orange in comparison. And I guess as far as I know, it's like that with real oats. Not that I've seen any firsthand. I'd have to look up how they appear. Excuse me. Man, got a little bit of congestion. Don't know why that is. Maybe because I just woke up. It tends to be like that when I just wake up. Well, I guess I didn't just wake up. It's been a little while. Excuse me, sorry about that. Hopefully I'm not hacking away this whole video. But if I am, I would like to apologize in advance, because that is not some fun stuff to hear. Not pretty at all. Yeah, I think we should be getting plenty of straw bales. I was kind of worried that our output wasn't going to be that high, but it looks like we should be alright, because I was thinking, I cut field 64 alongside 59 here, and I didn't put it out as straw, and I was thinking I should have waited till I baled out field 59 and 64 before I made the decision to lay down straw or not on 64, because if I didn't have enough straw, I could then use 64 for more. And then if I did have enough, then either way, you know, field 64 was there if we needed it, or not if we didn't. But looks like we should be alright then, because I did not put down strong 64, so it ended up being alright either way. So I do hope to have more straw, or not straw, but oat fields next growing season, because yeah, we had a little bit more corn this time around, as well as other crops that I won't be growing anymore, such as wheat, barley, and canola. I may bring in wheat or barley. I know that I really have no need for canola, but for whatever reason, if I feel the need for wheat or barley, I might just, keyword might, just bring that back into the mix. But I don't foresee my needing to do that. But oh, maybe someone, maybe a viewer will want to see that. Maybe one of you guys will want to see that. I don't know. But if I'm running oats, I don't have much need for wheat or barley, and I kind of want to stick to our 3-crop rotation. Hold on, I have an itch on my head. All right, got it. Sorry about that. Yeah, I want to stick to my 3-crop rotation of oats, beets, and corn. So yeah, the way that'll work is it will, well, so say we start with corn, next it will be oats, then it will be beets, then it will be corn again. So corn, oats, beets, corn, oats, beets, corn, oats, beets. That is the plan anyways. And from what I was reading in some beet article, sugar beet article, is if you're doing a crop rotation with beets and you do want to run corn, you'll probably want to run barley, or in our case we're going to be running oats before then, just because the chaff from the corn can make it hard for the beets, or at least the foliage for the beets, to peek through, which I think that is one of their sources for water. Don't quote me on that, I do not know anything about beets, but it just makes sense that that is their source of water, is the foliage. And the corn chaff can make it hard for the foliage to come through. But compared to oats then, which have just these light bits of straw, is a lot easier for the foliage to peek through. Now, if we weren't running no-till, if we were tilling the land, then it wouldn't matter either way, I don't think. But as I am going to be doing no-till, just because in the game it doesn't make much of a difference, but for the sake of promoting the practice, and as well as making it easier for us, we're taking a step out of our practice here, so making it go a little faster for us. So I'm really just making it easier on myself is all. But I mean, at the same time, yeah, we are promoting the soil conservation practices, which it has been passed down in my family. So granddad taught that to my dad. My dad told me all about that, and I hope to get that same message out. And it makes sense. I mean, conserving the soil for future generations, it just makes sense. You know, obviously there are probably some reasons why you wouldn't run no-till. I don't know, because where I'm from, it's just what we do. But I'm sure there are some places where you do want to till the land, at least occasionally. And I know in game here, whenever I spread some muck, some manure or slurry, I will cultivate that into the ground, putting some nutrients back in it. So I guess that is maybe one reason why you would do that. Now, I don't know if in real life you do have to cultivate it in the manure slurry, but in game, I think you do, just because it'll just sit there if you don't. As far as I know, don't quote me on that. If you do know whether or not it actually does that, let me know, because then I probably will just let it sit there and just seep in the ground on its own. But I do think you do have to cultivate it in. And yeah, normally you wouldn't want to do straw swaths. You'd want to, you'd want to spread it back out. But for the sake of our getting bedding and having some proper TMR, excuse me, I'm getting hiccups now, and having proper TMR, we are going to be doing some straw swaths every once in a while. And you know what, luckily we're not running on hilly land at all, because then I'd be going on about terraces and whatnot. Because again, I do live in the Lost Hills of Iowa. It gets pretty hilly, and another thing about conserving the land is using terraces. And again, Granddad passed that down to Dad, Dad passed that down to me. And yeah, not that long ago we had that chat about that. And for whatever reason, it's fresh in my mind right now. I don't know why that popped into my head. Excuse me, I had to adjust my steering wheel there. My cheap steering wheel. Mind you, it may be cheap, but it is effective. The only issue I've had is with the pedals, and I don't actually use those for farm sim anyways. For my throttle and braking, I just use my joystick, and that gets the job done just fine. But yeah, at one point, back when I was doing my Forza Horizon and Forza 4 videos, oh man, that's a blast of the past. I still play Forza every once in a while, but not so much. But anyways, I was using this steering wheel and the pedals, and the pedals seem to have issues once in a while. They just not work. I don't know why that is, but they just stop. And yeah, that was a nightmare. So yeah, fair warning, if you are going to be getting a Mad Catz, excuse me, steering wheel, it is an Xbox 360 one. I don't remember the exact model, but I don't think it's their base model, but it's one of their different ones. Yeah, I guess I don't really know the exact model, but just beware. Anything Mad Catz, really, it's not always the safest bet, so check your reviews for sure. And if you do have an issue with them, definitely let someone know. Mind you, I did manage to fix the pedals myself somehow. I don't even know. I just opened up the box for it that the pedals and the wiring and stuff was housed in, and moved some stuff around. It looked like something wasn't connected, so I reconnected it, and for whatever reason I made it work. So I don't know if it just unconnected itself or what the deal was, but yeah, I don't know. And I think I don't remember Mad Cat's parent company, but I think it was them that was collaborating with Giants to make a farming simulator steering wheel setup. And it wasn't Mad Cat's brand, it was its parent's company, so I don't know if they're known for anything better. I wouldn't think so, but maybe, because I would halfway consider using that. Mind you, since I do have this steering wheel and my joystick, I would kind of be on the fence about it. But yeah, that's even if they end up making it, because that's kind of old news right now. Who knows if they're actually gonna do that? I do not know. Excuse me, sorry about that. You know what, I think I'm just gonna skip around for ease of steering. Just make it somewhat easier on myself, I guess. Yeah, and I do it like this on, well, something like this when I do my chaff cutting, so I can keep my trailers on the right side of the cutter, so I don't have to make any right turns to and run into that driver. But in this case, I will be making some right turns. Just because. Because why not? That's what I say. To some things, anyways. I say why not to some things, but not to others. Because that would be one heck of a dangerous life. Oh, hey, you want to jump off a bridge? Eh, why not? Yeah, I can think of a few reasons. Maybe if the bridge was 2 feet tall, then I would. But man, then you could break your ankle. That's why not. Okay, let's get at least one of these little piles there, if not both. Excuse me. Alright. Yeah, this is simply for ease of turning around. Don't have to make a sharp turns. And man, we already have 52 bales. Wow. We're going to be having a higher output with our straw bales than we have with our grass bales for all of our grass fields. Mind you, we do have multiple cuttings of grass, so that more than makes up for it. But yeah, of the 8, maybe not 8, but like 6 or so grass fields we have, we end up with 60 to 68 bales. And looks like we'll be getting just about that with this one field of straw. So wow, that is a difference in output to say the least. Yeah, mind you, I don't know what our alfalfa would output to because it comes out of straw for whatever reason. But I would like for that to be fixed somehow and see how much grass we get out of alfalfa. Grass bales, I should say. It's technically still alfalfa, but it comes out as grass bales. Well, it's supposed to, anyways. Okay, yeah, let's go to this one. Yeah, man, that still kind of irks me that our alfalfa gets baled into straw. I feel like that's just a map issue. Mind you, I have no way to fix it as far as I know, because I've attempted. I've had multiple attempts in trying to fix that. From adjusting the baler to adjusting the map settings. Going into the XMLs and whatnot, adjusting some stuff there, and nothing I seem to do would work. Oh well, it's not a huge deal. I'm just gonna be using the alfalfa for chaff, or some silage, I should say. And we are almost done here. Yeah, just 3 more swaths after this one. And yeah, we're gonna be getting at least 64 bales, I think. We're gonna be at least getting 60, I should say. Probably 64 at least. Wait, was it 60? Or, wait, no. Maybe I'm thinking of 160. No, it wasn't 160. No, it was 160. Okay, yeah, I was wrong. It was 160 we get out of our grass, so never mind. Jeez. Forget all that I said earlier. It was 160 bales we get out of our grass. I think. Man, I can't even right now. Oh, jeez. Because 160, that's quite a bit of bales. I don't even know what to believe anymore. You have to excuse my confusion right now. I guess I'd have to double check and look back at our previous videos. But I'm probably not gonna do that out of laziness. Oh well. Either way, we are getting quite a bit of straw anyways, so I'm not complaining. And I'm always happy with the amount of grass we get. So again, I'm not complaining. And I say, why not do a little bit of first person on our last swath here? Oh, that was the... okay, that was not the windshield I was looking at. I was thinking on that right front window there, I thought there was a building in the distance, but no, it was the dirt texture there. Okay. So we shall offload these last bales in our chute there. Okay, we get 2 out of that. Alright, so let us make our way to field 94. And right there was our dump point for our hopper trailer and grain carts. Or the grain carts into the hopper trailer, I should say. Yeah, that would have been a lot of straw coming out of that field there if we did that. Heck, maybe I would have only done... the headlands are only a few back and forth rows if I did put that out to straw. That is it's a nice grass area. Maybe I'll use that for a dump point in the future. And our long field 94 here. It's a rather somewhat narrow field. It's a lean field, I should say. Actually, no, that's... no. Just no. How am I gonna do this? Maybe I'll manage. Oh, looks like maybe I got it. Yep, I think I did. Awesome. Awesome, awesome possum. If possums were awesome, this would be that awesome possum. And again, pardon my tired humor. I guess I'm not that tired, but yeah, sometimes I just talk and random crap comes out of my mouth. And it's not the first time, and I guarantee you, it won't be the last. So let's just see how far we get in this field, because I might be calling it an episode here soon. And then the next time we will continue with some bale chasing, and of course I would miss that little bit there. With the auto stacker, we'll be chasing some bales with that and hauling them into our storage building. So that should be entertaining. Heck, actually, I might do that off camera because sometimes when unloading bales, the frame rate drops. For whatever reason, when you get into the collision box of the bales, things slow way down. And yeah, that's just not fun to deal with. So heck, maybe when we pick up, I'll just be continuing on harvest and we'll be working on some corn. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. Right now, we are focused on baling our straw. So yeah, better focus on the task at hand and call it good. Oh, please don't tell me I'll miss any of this. Ah, crap. Didn't mean to do that. Most times I don't anyways. Okay, yeah, this field shouldn't take too darn long. Won't be turning around a lot. It's definitely not as big as Field 59. That's for sure. And we're definitely not as big as Field 64. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Or not. What a sneeze turns into a yawn. Pardon me. And excuse me once again. God, I hope I'm not sick. I feel like this is just allergies. Because the weather is warming up a bit. So that tends to do it to me sometimes. I'm praying that's what it is, because I do not want to be sick. I'm gonna bank on allergies, because it's like this a lot for me. At least, okay, I shouldn't say a lot, but from year to year around this time, I guess it starts acting up. Ah, that build did a flip. I don't know why they do that. I wonder if it's maybe the mod that we're using. I mean, it is basically the default baler, just retextured. And I missed a little bit there, didn't I? Of course. And that little patch there was from the combine, actually. He dropped that little teeny bit there. Let's adjust this a little better. And there we go. Awesome possum. And crank that wheel back there. Yeah, we're getting a very respectable amount of straw bales out of this. I'm quite happy with this. So finally, we can make some more total mixed ration and get some more bedding out to our livestock. So it's about darn time that happens. So yeah, you have a happy YouTuber here. And let's grab those little tiny bits up there. I wonder if you could hear my steering wheel there. I'm sure it's not the first time this episode it's squeaked, but that's the first time I noticed it anyways. Ah, there's a little bit of oats I missed, gosh dang it. Oh, and I did find inside of the grain tank, it actually looked like oats. So I don't know how that worked, because I thought they could only load default grain planes and textures, but for whatever reason it looked like it was oats in the grain tank. Because I was thinking it would just load up whatever the wheat or maybe barley appeared as, but no, it actually looked like the oat grain. So I'm wondering if somehow I have a mod, or if it's the multi-fruit mod that somehow loads the proper textures into the grain planes or whatnot. I don't know. So I'm happy, like, no matter what, because it looked like it was oats in our grain tank there. Now I should have checked in our grain carts to see if those matched as well. Obviously they wouldn't inside of our hopper trailer, because that uses the 2013 grain plane setup there, since it is a converted mod. But I think our Flygo trailer, I'd have to check on that. Perhaps it would use the proper textures there. I don't know. But that made me really happy seeing that. But it did look like the cutter animation on our header was using wheat. So I don't think that changed. Otherwise, yeah, we could use our corn headers on sunflower without any problem, but unfortunately those must stick with the default, because I do have a special set of headers that I'm going to be using or trading in for our current rail headers, so that at some point we can at least test out some sunflowers. Heck, I might try that next growing season. I don't know, we'll see if I remember, because I would like to try some sunflower. Mind you, that's not what we grow. I honestly don't think there's any sunflower growers in Iowa as far as I know, but I know once you get north into the Dakotas, I think you start seeing more. Mind you, when I was in northern South Dakota, I never saw any, but I think once you get into some parts of SD and ND, then you start seeing more, maybe. Mind you, I know there's somewhere further north you start seeing some more sunflowers, and I guess I don't really know about Canada, if you see any sunflowers around there. But I was talking to one of my friends. She's okay. She's a typical blonde, let's just say that, and she grew up around where there is sunflower growers, and she just could not believe that we didn't grow sunflower in Iowa. And I'm like, okay, you don't grow the same things everywhere. It's not like that. You don't grow sunflower in Iowa? What? No. You don't see as many soybeans where you're from, do you? It's mostly wheat, corn, and sunflower, it sounds like. She's like, well, yeah. Okay then. Gosh dang, some people though need to educate the masses, apparently. And it's funny because she grew up around farming, so you think she'd understand that, but I guess not. I still give her crap about that. Oh well, you gotta understand. I guess some people wouldn't know that, so I guess I'll give her a break. Alrighty. That was a successful baling episode, I believe, at least in my opinion. So, with that, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to be updated on the latest channel updates and videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If there's anything you want to say, just leave that in the comments. I'll try to respond as quickly as I can. And uploads are every day at noon Central Standard Time. So, once again, thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.